What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Beers and. Today, we're going to be talking about
Beers and
Boo. 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 You scared?
I like how we're going. We went from why so scared to
I was just going to say, right on the heels of why so scared.
I didn't even realize it at all.
Nope.
It must be the apparitions.
Or just the alcohol.
Or the alcohol.
One of those things. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Beers and. Nick and Alex here. Nick.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
You know, I've seen it before, but the lion's ring, I don't know why it's like really standing out today. Did you polish it?
I have not
recently?
actually, no. You know what's kind of crazy with this one, and I don't know why. It happened recently. We were at dinner at my parents', and I took it off, and I had like a green ring around, and I was like, shit's real. It shouldn't happen. I know. Well, listen, it's Gucci, so I mean, it? I bought it from a Gucci.
Are we sure?
I went to the Gucci.
Imagine the Gucci got a knockoff Gucci in their store. Yo, that would be the ultimate. Start to make knockoff items and then go and return them at the store.
Oh my God! First of all, I think that's illegal. So, like, if you're gonna take that advice, which is pretty good advice,
it is illegal. If you get caught.
If you get caught.
Right.
Huh. That's actually not that bad.
That's probably why that's leaving your finger green.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, anyway.
I'm a sucker for any place that offers me a glass of champagne when I walk in.
Do they really?
Oh, my God.
At the store?
We had champagne. We had espresso. It was lovely.
All you need is caviar.
That's all.
Caviar and crackers.
Oh, my God. It was beautiful.
That sounds awesome. We're having beer today, guys. This is a beer podcast, by the way, if you're just tuning in. You can come check out this beer on YouTube at Beers and Podcast and come over to Instagram and TikTok and follow us there, too. And we are now on
Amazon
Music. I was going to say Amazon Podcast, but I knew that wasn't right. Amazon Music, Beers and Podcast. Come, follow, subscribe. Press the button, tap in.
Do it.
Listen up.
Do it.
Bacardi and Cola, do it.
Love it.
So we're drinking another half today.
We haven't had one in a while.
I have to confess, we have not. This is the first Other Half beer I ever tried.
Ever?
My first ever.
Do you want a couple minutes?
I might need one with the beer, yeah.
All right. That's perfectly fine. We'll censor it out.
I might need one with the beer. So we said boo to you.
Oh, we did.
In the beginning.
We're talking...
What are we talking about?
We're talking ghosts. Ghosts and ghouls and goblins and apparitions.
Spirits and apparitions. And there's lots of words for ghosts that I didn't realize.
I like the word apparition quite a bit.
I do too.
Because that's a manifestation.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you actually
see
the other
two that I really enjoy are ghoul.
I like ghouls are scary to me. Ghouls are like creepy.
Ghouls are scary.
Yeah.
I think they're like, in my opinion, more malevolent.
Oh, yes.
Ghosts.
I agree.
And banshees.
Ooh, and banshees are the worst.
But we're going to talk about banshees a little bit later.
Ooh, you've got a whole bunch.
Yeah, we got some.
Excited.
This is a cool topic.
I don't know why. How did we come up with this one?
You know, I don't know. I've always been really interested in like the afterlife and spirits, and
you and I are pretty much on the same page with it too. Like we're not we subscribe.
Oh, definitely.
We're all about it.
I'm tapped in. Tap into Beers and Podcast. I'm subscribed to Ghost. Yeah, that's actually very true. So from Other Half.
Oh, what do we got?
This is called Go With The Flow.
Oh,
it is a double dry hopped IPA. Like I said, it's the first one I ever had from them. This is my intro. And kind of what like set me back onto. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kind of what like set me back onto this path of like delicious beer, because you remember when we were younger, when we first turned 21, when we were younger.
It was 10 years ago at this point, 11 years ago at this point.
True. So I was like the craft beer guy, but it was never craft beer like this.
No, because we had a misconception of what craft beer was.
Right.
I'm
Heady Topper. I want to throw that thing out the window now.
I like Heady Topper.
I mean,
still.
yeah, it's still one of like the holy grails.
Don't give me Sierra Nevada and expect to take me home at the end of the night.
No, we don't want that.
It's gonna be a hard pass.
You could take me to the mountain so I could jump off of it. So this is actually a really cool can.
I do like the can.
If you can see, Go With The Flow is hidden in the design from top. It's kind of like hidden in there a little bit.
The cheeky bastard.
This is a super like straw color. This is what I want my beers to look like. I say it every time they're poured like this. It seems
a little bit more golden, or not. I take that back. It's not as golden. It's much more. It's like a canary yellow, a little bit paler.
Okay. Oh yeah.
A little bit
Yeah, that is
paler.
canary yellow.
It's got a nice head on it, though.
I don't have the Untapped pulled up for this, but you know what? Why don't we play a game today, Nick?
Oh, okay.
Why don't we play a game before I ask you the
question of the day?
the question of the day?
Yeah.
We're gonna play Guess These Hops.
Oh.
And we're gonna see if we can guess the hops that are in the beer.
All right.
All right?
Okay.
It smells delicious.
It does smell very
Like
good. Well, I was going to see if I could pick up anything from the scent,
I'm getting a bunch of pineapple.
which would imply.
I feel like it's maybe some Simcoe or Mosaic.
Perhaps. I'm feeling like there might be a nice El Dorado in here.
You think?
I'm thinking there might be. And there's going to be some Centennial, too.
I'm gonna put the quash on that because I dislike El Dorado,
I know you do.
and I don't think there's any in here.
Okay.
I have not pulled it up yet.
Okay.
For reference.
All right.
We are gonna go question of the day.
Yes.
Have you ever had any ghostly spiritual experiences?
I believe that I have. Yeah, I believe that I have. I was also very sick when it happened. Like I was ill. So I know that when you're sick, obviously you can hallucinate if you're like have a
High
fever and whatnot. So I believe that I have.
All right.
In that my grandmother's grandmother, so my great grandmother, was like yelling at me in Sicilian.
Oh.
And
Have you met?
oh no, Grandma Saketa died in 76, I believe.
Okay.
75.
So before our time.
Completely. And it was just after my grandfather had died. And I always got sick for some reason when my grandparents had passed away. So yeah, I was like sick at my grandmother's house, woke up to this, Italian woman,
Ghostly
little
being.
Italian woman, like yelling at me. At the time, I didn't speak enough Italian to like know what she was saying. So I like brought it up to my father after the fact. And I was like, I maybe I had a dream. I don't know that, but like Grandma Saketa kept yelling at me saying, I know you did it. I know you did it. And my dad had said, he was like, oh my God. He goes, when I was a kid, because my grandmother had like lived with them. He goes, when I was a kid, I thought that I was helping out, like do chores around the house. And I think he had said he was like cleaning like a chandelier or whatever. And like a piece of it had fallen and broken. And my grandfather took the blame for it. And he said, Grandma Saketa never knew. So that was,
Whoa.
Yeah, that was the one that really kind of like sticks out.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one. And sakere. Like what?
Sakere? Yeah.
What would be the English
Oh,
translation of that? Or is that not a...
oh, that's the last name.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was known by her last. No, yeah, her first name was. Well, I guess there really isn't much of an English translation. She was Pietronella. So.
Oh.
Yeah, so like
that's a
Citronella with a P.
That's a fancy one.
Yeah,
Pietro.
Yeah,
in the front.
Pietronella. Yeah.
Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a little creepy.
That one.
Actually,
That one.
that's a little
Yeah,
creepy.
that one definitely is.
I feel like I have them all the time.
You have quite a few.
Yeah. So we our old house used to be haunted. We had it blessed, and actually everything stopped.
Really?
For the most part, yeah. But I have been known by many of my circles of friends now to be like kind of a like when I'm near electronics, they don't work properly.
Oh.
And it happens more often than not. My buddy Rob will tell you whenever I'm at his house, weird stuff happens with electronics. But like even when I was in the Magoos, I used to be in a cover band. The bass player Mark always used to say, he's like, electronics hate you.
Really?
My amp wouldn't work right. The guitar cables wouldn't work right. But like it's been a large part of my life now that electronics get like kind of
Like a little
funky
wonky?
around me. Yeah.
Interesting. That one I've never noticed with you at all.
So there's one that sticks out. My sister used to have this we shared it, like a boom box.
Yeah.
Big red one. You could plug it into the wall or battery powered. And it was in her closet one day and it went off. And we shut it off. In the closet, not plugged in, no batteries in the back. I mean, it shouldn't work.
Oh, no. I don't know. Like that kind of stuff, I always like to think that sort of stuff is very real.
I think so.
Like I refuse to believe otherwise.
Well, because it kind of goes back in my mind to like energy cannot be created or destroyed.
Of course.
It's got to go somewhere.
And that's all we are, people. We're just fleshy masses of energy.
Little vibrating particles.
Ooh. Oh, I like both of those descriptions. Those sound like a good night.
Fleshy masses of energy.
Fleshy masses of energy and vibrating
tiny particles.
Tiny particles.
Yeah.
Well,
we're like essentially 99.99% space.
Sign me up.
I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
For a good night. Okay, so we're going to play.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like it's safe to say there's Citra in here. I feel like that's safe and probably a cop-out, but it's safe.
That's probably safe.
There's definitely a New Zealand hop in here. I think it's Matuka.
I'm going to still stick with a little bit of Centennial.
Okay.
I'm going to go Centennial, Mosaic. I'm going to go Centennial, Mosaic,
really tasty.
and I'll go Citra. I'll go those three. It is very nice. It's refreshing.
That is really tasty.
There's really no bitterness at all.
Very little at the end, but it kind of mellows
little.
out super quick.
Very, very little.
It's very juicy.
It is,
This is a super
despite
juicy
not
IPA.
having any, I think, really the clear fruit notes.
No.
Not particularly.
Pineapple-y, kind
little
of
bit,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of bitterness, like a little bit of pine, like a piney kind of, but
very,
it's very clean.
end. Yeah.
I'm going to say Citra, Matuka, and I really want to say Mosaic, but I feel like it's Simcoe.
Okay.
All right.
So what do we got? Do.
DDH, go with the flow. We have, it's an amped up version of the original Son of a Bitch.
Is there El Dorado in here?
Nope. Citra, Simcoe, and Matuka.
Ooh, nicely done.
If I would have just stuck with Simcoe.
Very nicely done, sir. I appreciate your dedication. That's well done.
We got this.
I still don't know all the names of all the hops we've ever had.
I actually
So
did.
that's why I'm glad
and
you
I
started.
truly did not know this.
Oh no,
Like,
I believe
truly
that you
did not
didn't.
know. Citra was just like a freebie because they put Citra in everything.
Right.
But this is really tasty.
It is nice. Again, a good introductory beer to, I think, Other Half, considering they do get a little bit more technical and a little bit more complex as time goes by. I still think that this is for someone who's a little bit beyond kind of dipping their toes in.
Yeah.
Because it does have a little bit more.
Yeah, you need to give this to someone who's had IPAs before.
The color is
beautiful, right?
Beautiful.
Okay,
I keep looking at it a little bit more, and so I made some lemon jam. Well, because I'm in the process of making limoncello. So I had all these peeled lemons, and I was like, what the fuck do I do with this? So you make a lemon like marmalade.
Like preserved?
Yeah.
Almost?
Yeah. And it looks like this color, like this sort of lemon curdy, light, beautiful.
So what do you do with that?
Oh, the lemon jam?
Yeah.
You put it on top of, little pieces of crostini. Because it's an equal weight of the lemons and sugar. And boil that down.
Is it like...
You put it on top of like panna cotta.
So I've never had like lemon jam.
Oh, no?
Is it just as sweet as like a raspberry or...
Yeah, this one I kind of cut back a little bit
I feel
on
like
the
you could use this
sugar.
for savory lemon jam.
You could.
Right?
Yeah, you could definitely put it like on a meat if you wanted to,
like
like a good piece
capers?
of like pork chop.
Yeah, some capers.
Yeah,
on it.
I'd like
feel
that.
ooh.
I think you can definitely do that. We're all over the place today.
That sounds tasty.
It's delicious.
It's Wednesday, August
It is.
23rd, by the way. So you'll be seeing this in the future. So
This is lovely.
Happy Tuesday to future you.
Yeah, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday Brews Day.
Because it is a Tuesday Brews Day.
It is, because that's what we're doing from now on.
In fact,
Tuesday Brews Day.
because that's when you have your beer,
Exactly.
like everyone else, or any day that ends in Y.
Yeah, I'm not one to...
Yeah.
Who are we to tell you when to drink and when not to drink?
Nick,
Sir.
I want to start us off. Is that okay?
Yeah, I want to mill around on this a little bit. Before
you don't
I
know
give
yet?
No, I think because of the fact is that I do quite like it. And I want to let it sit for just a little bit.
Okay.
Not that I'm confused by it, but I want to make sure I give it its due diligence, because after the second or third sip here, it's a genuinely pleasing beer. It's a very relaxing drink.
I could see how there might be El Dorado in here.
Yeah.
Because at the end, it has that like stone fruity bitterness
Yeah.
that we're used to with that. So I see it. I see where you're driving at.
3.97. I changed my mind.
Oh,
Sorry.
Okay.
3.97.
All right, I am much higher than you.
Okay.
4.27.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is one of my all-time, like, if I ever see this in the Other Half store
Yeah.
or, like, anywhere, I will buy this beer.
I almost want it to be a little bit more bitter at the end.
Really?
I think that might be what it is. Perhaps.
We didn't say what it was. It's 6.5.
Oh, yes.
It's like not too high.
No.
This is very drinkable, very crushable,
I think
if you
so.
will. Okay.
Don't you know
I'm gonna kick us off.
Please.
We're gonna play a little bit here with the words. So we mentioned spirits
Okay.
as part of ghosts. So, and correct me if I've spoken about this before. The word alcohol. Do we know where it comes from? And I'm gonna connect them because sometimes we call them spirits.
Oh, a long time ago.
Long time
so please
ago.
refresh my memory.
Okay. So spirits, alcohol, booze. Two of those words are very similar.
Spirit.
And one is not like the other.
Huh.
No, spirits and booze.
Oh, duh. Yes.
Right? It's a ghost episode,
yes.
Nick. Come on. So do you ever wonder why we use the word spirits?
No. Well, I'm sorry. Do I ever wonder why? Yes. Do I know why? No.
Okay. So in the first
That would
off,
have been a real dick answer to your question.
no.
You ever
I
think
don't-
about
I
this at
don't
all?
care.
No, I don't.
And that'll be the end of the episode today. So, like, I'm actually surprised we haven't connected that earlier.
Yeah.
Spirits and booze. Like, I've never even made those two.
No, I feel like I thought again a long time ago.
We
I
talked
think
about this?
I think a very very long time.
Maybe
ago.
off camera, hopefully.
Perhaps.
But there's a bit of a storied past with the word alcohol and why we use the word spirit.
Yeah.
Okay. So with anything this old, there's always going to be like many stories, right?
Yeah.
Some would say this is a spirited debate.
Oh boy, I was waiting for the pun. The second that you had said we're going to talk a little about the words, I was like, motherfucker's got some word play up his sleeve.
So we're going to the Arabic culture for the word alcohol. According to the scientificamerican.com, most people believe that the origin of the word alcohol is Arabic, and the only real debate is which word it stems from, because there are two similar words that I'm going to describe to you, and they're going to sound the same, but I'll tell you how they're spelled because it's easy to miss if you don't know.
Okay.
So, the two similar words, al apostrophe, kohol, K-O-H, and then another apostrophe L, and alcohol, so G-H-A-W-L.
Huh. Okay.
Okay? Got it in your head?
Yes.
Okay. So alcohol with a K is an Arabic term meaning to stain or paint.
Oh.
So the first, this word is actually linked to ancient eyeliner, believe it or not.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So apparently the process used to create like the powdery stuff that they would use is similar to that of distillation. So some people believed that all distilled substances were referred to as alcohol, whether they're liquid, intoxicating, or not.
Huh.
Okay.
Interesting.
The second word, alcohol, or closer to ghoul,
Yeah.
means just that, means spirits or ghouls. It's actually referenced in the Quran. Verse 37, line 47, refers to alcohol as a demon or spirit that causes intoxication.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
Super interesting, right?
Wow, yeah.
Okay, so according to the Oxford Dictionary, alcohol with a K is listed as the origin of alcohol. I think it's the other way around, but who am I to argue? It also notes that this word began being used in the 16th century, right at the same time that spirit was used to define an intoxicating beverage.
Oh, okay.
So I did a little research, and some people go as far to say that alcohol lowers your vibrational frequency.
Oh.
If you guys aren't familiar, or if you just care, frequency, like how I spoke about it before, totally not on purpose.
Yeah.
We're small, tiny, vibrating particles.
Right.
So that's what it refers to, the frequency at which your body vibrates. So to go a little deeper, according to Madhav University in India, there are spiritual consequences to consuming alcohol. So according to writer Jason Christoff, who I checked in, he's kind of like a psychology writer.
Yeah.
Like kind of like a fix yourself psychology.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Like a self-help type.
Kind of, but
okay.
less on the help side, more focused on
The self side.
psychology. Yeah,
Okay.
psychology. Right.
On the self side. All right.
So in alchemy, Alcohol is used to extract the soul essence of an entity. So hence its use in extracting like essences for essential oil or sterilization of medical equipment. So by consuming alcohol into the body, it extracts some of the soul, allowing the body to be more susceptible to neighboring entities. Now you may be thinking like, what? That sounds ridiculous.
Oh,
Hold on.
okay.
That's why when people consume excessive amounts and they black out and they don't remember what happened, supposedly, when your soul leaves the body, a neighboring lower vibrational entity could enter and take your body for a joyride. And this is why when people black out, they seemingly don't act themselves. You know, they act out, they do things very out of the ordinary, most of the time not pleasant for other people.
No, not at all.
And so the good soul leaves because the conditions in the body are too polluted to stay. But even though it leaves, it's tethered by like a spiritual cord. And that's why it's able to come back.
You gotta love the way that some of these older cultures interpreted certain things that they, not that they didn't understand, but didn't have like the science necessarily to understand, because that is still rooted in a really cool theory where it's like, yeah, that would make sense if I don't know that cells and neurons and all that kind of stuff exist, like, yeah, that would make sense.
For the record, Madhav University is a fully accredited university in India.
Oh yeah, I would.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I wasn't,
because I did have to check, because when they started to talk about this, I wanted to know.
Oh, of course.
Am I talking, or am I looking at a reputable source?
Right. Is this a Corinthians?
Yeah, or is it just another Alex on the computer typing away conspiracy theories?
Hey, listen.
You never know.
You never know, but I appreciate the fact checking.
Yeah. No, we have to, because we don't like to party foul.
No. We've done a number of them. We just haven't caught back
on
up
and
on
off
it.
show.
On and
a number
off.
of party fouls.
Well, the reason why I think it was kind of interesting, that explanation of blacking out is like I think of one particularly infamous, time where I remember. Well, I don't remember, but I was told that I like yelled. We were very young, but I like yelled at.
Oh, you're talking about me?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
We told
yelled
the story before. We haven't told the whole story. But
Oh
we told
no,
the story.
but yeah, we were on vacation, and again, I yelled at you. And the next day, I remember I was just like, "Wait, I said what?" They were like, "You just." I was like, "I'm so sorry."
when I put it that way, it kind of makes like
100%,
think.
100%. Because there are some things where you're like, "Oh, I forgot I did that. That totally sounds like me." And then there are others where like, "I did what?"
Right.
No.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
alcohol.
Okay. So what I decided to go for was a bit of a deep dive. So I'm gonna tell you maybe one or two stories, and then we'll kind of go back and forth. Are you familiar, sir? Where is the most, or what is considered to be the most haunted places in America?
Oh, Savannah, Georgia is on that list.
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking like specific places, or like city and town, or like an actual building, or
City and town?
City and town. Okay.
Or city.
That would have been my first guess.
Okay.
Savannah.
You want another one?
I feel like there's one closer to us.
There is.
Yeah. And I'm blanking on it. Is it in Philly? Is it in PA?
It is.
Is it Eastern State Penitentiary?
No. We were so close.
What?
Gettysburg.
Is haunted?
Oh my God. Gettysburg?
How did I not know this?
Okay. Well, then.
Oh, love this.
Let's go. Buckle up.
Oh, that makes sense, actually. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to explain a little bit about why that makes as much sense as it does.
Okay.
So again, it is considered to be one of the most haunted places in the U.S. So just some
interesting.
Oh, yeah. Just some background information. So the Battle of Gettysburg occurred between July 1st and July 3rd of 1863 and is often described as the war's turning point. So it was here that Union General George Meade had defeated the Confederate Army led by Robert E. Lee, effectively halting the invasion of the North.
Right.
So Gettysburg had the largest casualty count of the entire war, ultimately seeing between 7,500 and 8,000 killed on the battlefield and thousands more injured.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah. The town was then left as well to like clean up and care for those wounded, which was difficult to say the very least. So according to one local woman, quote, "Wounded men were brought into our houses and laid side by side in our halls and rooms. Carpets were so saturated with blood as to be unfit for further use. Walls were blood-stained, as well as books that were used as pillows." And another Union soldier had written, "Corpses swollen to twice their original size actually burst asunder. Several human or inhuman corpses sat upright against a fence with arms extended in the air and faces hideous with something like a fixed leer."
Pause. Human or inhuman?
I think
that was the line.
Yeah. I think because of the fact is that it was
so beyond recognition of a person at that point?
Like it was July in Pennsylvania. Like it's
ain't cold.
No, and there's not a lot of breeze necessarily happening by
not a lot of
any
water
means.
in Pennsylvania.
No.
Just in case you were wondering.
There you go.
Landlocked.
So I'm gonna start off first with just like to give a little bit of an idea. So there have been, again, a lot of like active reports of like phantom apparitions, the cries of wounded soldiers. There's sounds oftentimes of like Civil War era music, and even the sounds of like hooves from horses that have been killed on the field as well.
That would scare the crap out of me.
That one's got to be.
That's the one, yeah.
That one's a scary one.
Because you know when there's a horse around.
Oh, yes, you do. And that galloping, I think, is it's. I think the cries as well is what would also really kind of scare me. So we'll start with two shorter places first.
Okay.
So there's a place that's called the Balidari Inn, which had served as a field hospital, and it was once visited by an FBI paranormal investigator. I wrote it again, which is evidently a thing. Is that what Men in Black is about?
I feel like that should be
my job. Should I know that?
I feel like this should be my job.
What a hidden aspect of law enforcement.
Did not know.
If you said to me, "You want to go into law enforcement?" I'd say, fuck off. And they said to me, "Do you want to investigate
Porky?"
Yeah. Porky as an FBI. There seems to be a ghost. But if you said to me, you could investigate paranormal activity,
where do I sign
FBI,
my life away?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do as many background checks as you want. So, during the visit to the Balidari Inn, the agent had asked the proprietor if she believed in ghosts, to which she responded, "Not really." He then claimed, quote, "Just to let you know, there's a portly woman in the room here with us, wearing a long dress and apron, her hair in a bun." Claiming again that this is that there's again someone in the room. They were in the kitchen, in fact, of the Balidari Inn. So, by the way, that is an account from a National Geographic article by Barbara No. I also got stuff from Wikipedia, an article from Newsy by Axel Tertius, as well as a website called American Hauntings, Inc.
I feel like I'm listening to those 2-sentence horror stories.
Oh,
right
like
now.
it's and
we should have done some of those.
We'll get a couple too, and then I'll tell you real quick about a place that's called the Jenny Wade House. So Jenny Wade,
and these sorry to cut you off.
Please.
All in Gettysburg.
All in Gettysburg.
Okay.
There is. I'll put it to you this way: there is not one, essentially, like building that still exists today that does not have some sort of claim of a ghost.
Whoa.
So the Jenny Wade House, Jenny Wade was the only civilian killed during the battle. A bullet had gone through the door and struck her in the heart, killing her immediately right in front of her mother.
Whoa.
Yeah, dead. She had allegedly been engaged to a Corporal Jack Skelly, but he never learned of her death as he died a week later while he was in captivity. So the belief is that she still haunts the grounds because her grave was moved from its original resting place to the formal battle cemetery once it was built. So there are always these accounts again of people hearing steps, walking, doors opening on their own.
Same thing.
Yep.
What was her name?
Jenny Wade.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll start with those two.
I thought maybe there was going to be like a Nightmare Before Christmas lead-in, Jack Skelly.
Oh, well, Jack was
I
also
thought
like
we were-
his nickname.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was going to put his first name, but I was like, I like Jack Skelly sounds better.
That's a great name.
Right?
Okay, all right. So I'm going to take us to a little bit of a lighter note.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Good, because I'm gonna really bring things down.
oh, fun. So I have some trivia for you.
Oh, yeah.
These are all ghost trivia. I would say that a lot of these I expect you to know,
Okay.
but I wouldn't be surprised if some of them you didn't.
Okay.
I'm going to start you off with an easy one. All right? What is the appropriately named ghost from the Mario series of video games who is sometimes a friend and sometimes an enemy?
This is Boo.
It's Boo.
Okay, good.
Congratulations.
Ooh, okay.
1 for 1.
Okay.
This is a bit more difficult, and I will admit that I did not know this one, but it's a very popular game.
Okay.
All right? There are 4 ghosts that chase you around the board in the Pac-Man video game. The names Shadow, Speedy, Bashful, and Pokey. But can you tell me any or all of their nicknames?
Wasn't it like Inky, Blinky, and those are the only 2 I can think of.
Pinky
Yeah.
and Clyde.
Oh, okay.
First off, Clyde. I fucking
Clyde,
I hate you for that, Pac-Man.
Oh, I love that.
Creator people.
I
Why it didn't
think
rhyme
that-
with Inky?
I think that's genius.
I hate it.
I love it. I knew Inky and Blinky. I didn't know that they had those other names, though.
I didn't either.
Huh.
It's like it makes me not mad, but it's like the same thing when people name a pet a person name.
Oh, I don't mind that necessarily. It depends.
Drives me nuts.
I don't mind that. Especially because these are the same people that usually wind up like naming their children like with the same first letter, which drives me up the goddamn wall.
Like Mary and Madeline or
Yeah.
Mikey and
Mikey, Mary, Michelle, Maddie,
and George.
and Clyde.
Damn it. No. Make it rhyme. Okay. All right. Which ghostly vessel is said to appear around the Cape of Good Hope in storms?
Which ghostly vessel?
You know this. You know the we can go back to it. You know the name of this thing.
Of the I mean, it's a ship of sorts. I would assume. Is it like the SS Minnow or
No, we can go back to it though.
Okay,
it's very famous, and it's particularly haunted. Okay, we'll go back to it.
Okay.
One of the most famous ghosts appears in the play Hamlet. What is the name of the ghost?
Oh God, isn't it the King's ghost? It's Hamlet's father.
Yeah, King Hamlet.
Oh,
It was a trick question.
Good. Oh,
But bravo.
wow. Wow. I panicked a lot.
You did.
On
You got
that
it all
one.
out though.
Okay, good.
Okay. In what book that has led to many film and movie adaptations TV and movie adaptations, do we meet the ghost of Jacob Marley, who foretells the coming of 3 other ghosts?
Okay, so that is A Christmas Carol.
Yes, sir.
Okay, love it.
Here's your favorite word. What apparition's ghostly wail is supposed to predict a person's death?
What apparition's ghostly wail is supposed to predict a person's death? I just got goosebumps.
The answer is kind of in the question.
Is it like a death? Oh, is it death?
No.
I don't know.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
A banshee.
Oh, that's the banshee.
Yep. So according to like Scottish and Irish lore,
Yeah.
banshees will foretell the death of a relative
Oh, I didn't know that.
to the family.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, this is a good one. One of my favorites. Ectoplasm is defined as a material substance draped over a spiritual entity's immaterial body.
Mm-hmm.
In what did a focused, non-terminal repeating phantasm or a class 5 full roaming vapor appear in?
It was Ghostbusters.
What's his name?
Oh, no. I can picture him.
I'll give you bonus points if you can tell me what the high C drink was promoted for the movie.
Oh, I can picture the both of them.
Yeah. What color is he?
Green.
Okay.
That much I know. He's green. He's almost actually like the clear, like your N64 almost.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And be jealous because I have an N64.
Yeah, that's right, bitches.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I know my audience. All right. And you're all jealous. It's Slimer. Slimer. And the high C drink, one of the best ones ever to be created, was Ecto Cooler.
Yeah.
Which is like tangerine.
You know what the worst part is that you just said, yeah, I know the audience, I know our audience, and I do too, and I know they're all going, fuck you, Nick. You should know that, you stupid dick.
Yeah, they're mad at you right now. Okay.
Shit.
This one I actually didn't know that's what this means. The name of this spirit means noisy ghost.
Oh, a noisy ghost is a
It's also the
poltergeist.
It's also the set of a very haunted movie.
Yes.
Okay. So some folks we've talked about on the show before.
Yeah.
Probably some of the most famous ghost hunters of all time, the Scooby Gang.
Mm-hmm.
We should know this because I forgot. What is Shaggy's first name? Do you remember? We talked about it on the Scooby-Doo episode.
I know we did.
And
I think I was the one that had said it too.
Yeah, neither of us knew.
Is it Tim?
It's Norville.
Yeah. That's right. Oh, God.
Which specific ghost is said to appear in a mirror when its name is spoken thrice?
Oh, Bloody Mary.
Yes, sir.
So Mary
You're
Queen of
doing
Scots.
very well, by the way.
Except for the one that I'm so most upset at is the Slimer one, Ecto.
So you got two more, and then I'm going to bring you back to your old one.
Okay.
Which Claude Michael Schoenberg musical, adapted for the big screen in 2012, features characters that appear on stage as singing ghosts?
Can you read that one more time?
I didn't know this because I didn't see it. Which Claude Schoenberg musical, adapted for the big screen in 2012, features characters that appear on stage as singing ghosts?
I don't know why. Is it? You said Claude. Is it like? Is it Friday the 13th?
No. Les Mis.
Oh.
I've never seen that, so I didn't know that.
Don't waste your time.
Okay.
Everybody will tell you to go.
Fair enough.
Quick sidebar.
Yeah.
Love them. My parents always, they were good. They took my sister and I to go see shows. And when we had gotten older, my parents at one point were like, hey, do you guys want to go see Les Mis? And we were like, you know what?
Yeah,
that sounds like that would be great. Everyone raves about it. Exactly.
Yeah. No.
We got to intermission. And everybody gets up like around us, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, it's being such a good show, Jean, and blah blah blah." And my parents were all kind of like looking. The four of us are all looking at each other like, "The fuck." We left, and the four of us leave in silence. And my father just goes, "He stole a loaf of bread, right? That's it. He stole a loaf of bread. That's what happened." We're like, "Yeah." He goes, 3.5 hours gone. We were like, I don't know.
You guys stayed.
Oh, we absolutely stayed,
okay.
Yeah. But we were like, I don't understand why people
I thought you were about to tell me you got up in the middle, which would be even so much better.
How can you describe your
we
friend
left
Nick?
at the beginning of Act 2.
Nick comes from the type of family that leaves halfway through the live Broadway performance of Les Mis.
It's very on brand for you guys, I think. Okay, this is an easy one. The names are going to give it away.
Okay.
Bill Pullman and Christina Ricci star in which 1995 movie featuring a ghost?
Casper.
Yes, a friendly ghost. And I think you're going to know this one too, but I probably would not have known this gun to my head. The Headless Horseman was the ghostly figure on horseback in The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. What was he a ghost of?
He was a general, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
like
give
a
it to you.
soldier.
Hessian mercenary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And back to the one that I thought for sure you were going to get. Which ghostly vessel is said to appear around the Cape of Good Hope in storms? Would you like a hint?
Oh, yeah. I feel like I'm right there, too.
It was a SpongeBob episode. Would you like a better hint?
Yeah.
It was also a big plot line of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Never saw him. Is it Davy
don't
Jones?
Tell my wife that.
Davy Jones?
No, it was the Flying Dutchman.
Oh.
The Flying Dutchman.
I
said to be able to
apologize.
hover over land, fly over land, ghostly ship.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I feel like you would have known that.
Yeah, no, that's one I wasn't going to get.
Okay.
Not unless it was, Leif Erikson's. That's the only reason why I would have. Yeah, I don't know.
Happy Leif Erikson Day.
I like how the two that I definitely should have gotten due to their pop culture connections, I should have gotten.
You weren't there on.
Okay.
That's okay, though. You know why? Because I make up the rules.
That's right. Exactly. What are you going to do about it?
And you scored a perfect 100.
Thank you so much.
You did it yourself.
Everything wrong with America's education system right
now. Consolation prizes.
I'm going to take y'all back to Gettysburg.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. So, there's the Pennsylvania Hall, or something that's called Pennsylvania Hall.
Okay.
All right, in Gettysburg. So it is now referred to as like the old dormitory at what is now known as Gettysburg College. At the time, it was Pennsylvania College. Okay.
All right.
So it was taken over by the Confederates and used as a field hospital as well as a lookout post. So while there are many reports from students, the most haunted experience, though, was related from two administrators working on the fourth floor. So at the end of their day, they had worked a little bit later, and they went to go take the elevator downstairs to the first floor to leave for the day. So they got in the elevator, they pushed 1, but the elevator kept going, and it went down into the basement. And the basement was, by this time used for storage, as basements are. When the doors opened, instead of seeing storage facilities, they apparently saw the bloody operating room that had existed there in 1863, with wounded and dying men lying on the floors, being tended to by doctors and orderlies, all covered in blood.
I just got chills.
This one freaked me out.
That's weird. Oh, man, I hope that's true.
So they had frantically, obviously at this point, they were trying to close the doors. And before the doors had closed, apparently one of the orderlies had looked up at them, directly, as if beckoning them for help in this process. The part that I think at least scares me most is that
wasn't it.
Apparently the entire scene that they had witnessed was all silent. They apparently they knew what they were seeing, but it was completely silent. The two continued to work in the building. However, if they ever had to leave late, they would take the stairs.
That's bizarre.
And
before you go on,
please,
you just made me think of the elevator game. Do you know this game?
No.
Okay, it's supposed to be right here, the elevator game, entrance to the other world. So it's supposed to be it's a ritual game where you get on an elevator and you have to press certain numbers at the same time, and then there's a bunch of actual rules to it. And during it, okay, here we go. Ready? It's a ghost episode.
Why not?
It's a ghost episode. Find a building with at least 10 floors.
Okay.
Make sure to be alone and that no one else joins you in the elevator throughout the process. Otherwise, you must start over.
Color me intrigued.
Press the button to get to the 4th floor. Don't get out. Then go to the 2nd floor, 6th floor, the 2nd floor again, and the 10th floor. Do not get out on any of these floors. Then go to you've never heard of this?
No.
Oh, it's about to get. Then go to the 5th floor. There, a young woman could come into the elevator with you. Do not speak to or look at her, even though she may look familiar. Then press the 1st floor. If you press to go to the 1st floor, but the elevator goes to the 10th floor, remain on the elevator. You're still in the game. If you press to go to the 1st floor, but the elevator goes to the 1st floor, then exit the moment the doors open. Do not speak or look back. Once you reach the 10th floor, you can choose to get off or stay. Wait, I feel like we missed a step.
Yeah.
You press to go to the 1st floor, but the elevator goes to the 10th floor. No, I'm right on.
Huh.
If you
what
press to go
happens
to the
if you
first floor,
get
the
off?
elevator goes to the 1st floor, then exit the moment the doors open. Do not speak or look back. Once you reach the 10th floor, you can choose to get off or stay. If you choose to get off, the woman from step 4 may ask you a question and even call your name. Do not answer her. Now you have reached the other world. To know for sure you are, the sign is that you are the only one there. Then there's like a whole other list of rules on how to come back.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
It's very strange.
I don't like that at all because I'd have to keep like a list of things that I've done and I'd fuck up the order and we all know I've got a crazy neighbor. We all know I got my crazy neighbor.
It doesn't even work.
Yes, it does. My side
does? Oh, it does now?
I just don't need it because I'm on the 3rd floor and only bitches
don't
need
need
to take the elevator for the 3rd floor, which I have called people out on and they have looked at me very, very angrily.
Your steps really aren't that
no, because it's
imposing.
It's 3 flights of stairs.
Sorry, I had to talk about the elevator.
You'll live, mother and daughter, who are only there for the summer season and then get bent out of shape at me when I try to come in with my bike. Piss off.
I'm not a pro, but that sounded personal.
It's. Let me tell you, if I could bring all my baggage in with me, sir, we wouldn't have enough room for me at this table. The most haunted place. I was like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, we wanted to take the elevator up. I go, you're on the 2nd floor. What do you need to take it down for? I go, you can walk up the stairs. You'll be fine. They stopped talking to me at that point.
I mean, at least you do it to people who like you might not ever see again or hold no like
couldn't give a
weight
shit about
over you. Yeah,
couldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
The most haunted place at Gettysburg is a place called Devil's Den.
Oh shoot. Okay.
So the events at Devil's Den happened on July 2nd, which was the 2nd day of the battle. However, lore about the area had existed long before the battle. So it's said that the outcropping boulders of the area, because it's a whole bunch of these giant boulders that are actually like stacked up on top of one another. So it's said that had been an area of like Native American hunting grounds, and that at one point an epic battle that was known as the Battle of the Crows had taken place there.
I've heard of that.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah. So you might know. Many died allegedly in this Battle of the Crows. So early settlers to the area had apparently seen ghosts there and would often hear like battle whoops on certain nights, which early settler, knowing that, I'm sure, like, you've already taken over people's land. I'm sure they're not entirely happy with you.
Yeah.
To hear ghostly whoops, no thanks. The name existed before the battle, too, as the rocks are piled so high and in such a way that the crevices then are really deep and black and seem to give the illusion that there's a cavern like beneath. So that's where it came from also, because like you can look in and you wouldn't see into like the bottom at all.
Interesting.
There isn't, by the way.
I got to see a picture of these.
Oh, yeah. So at the battle in 1863, however, the way each army, meaning the Confederate and the Union, had positioned themselves left space around Devil's Den that had become known as the Slaughter Pen.
Oh, my God.
So it's rough. Yeah, you see it?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll throw a photo up. Yeah, there.
I'll find a good one.
There it is.
I'll find a good one.
Alrighty. So when the lines had broke, the battle essentially saw it went from, regiment fighting regiment to essentially like one-on-one battle at this point. It was fucking gruesome.
Jesus.
So much so that what was happening is that you had men that were hiding in the crevices and then jumping out and ambushing and killing other people. And the control of the formation had changed a whole bunch of times. Confederate, Union, Confederate, Union, Confederate, Union. But it was happening so fast that at times the soldiers didn't even know that portion of the battle was like over. So it was one of those things where it was like the Confederates took it over, but no one on the Confederate side necessarily realized that they had taken it over and had it, because you couldn't see, they couldn't see one another.
Yeah.
So it kept going back and forth as to who actually had control over Devil's Den. So when the battle was over, though, and the Union had claimed victory, the soldiers once again had come back only to find carnage on the rocks, with one soldier commenting how the bodies had, quote, leaves and grass in their agonies, and their mouths were filled with soil. They had literally bitten the dust.
Oh, my goodness.
It heavily rained that night then, and the bodies, which were already bloated, remember, it's hot.
Yeah.
All right, were now starting to decay.
Ugh.
Of the Confederate bodies, it's not known how long all of them may have been like left there, and it's not believed that all of them may have even been like buried then. In fact, there are like certain accounts that the bodies were simply like thrown into the crevices.
Oh, my God.
So, as a result, a particularly haunted area. On one occasion, 2 hunters had been lost and coming upon Devil's Den. One had seen a man at the top of the peak who had seemed to be pointing in the direction of like where they had to go. So when they looked, they're like, oh, that's where we have to go. The guy looked back, and there was no one up on top of that peak anymore.
Whoa.
And on another occasion in the early 1970s, a woman had gone to the information desk to ask about, like, are there ghosts in this area? And the ranger or rangers there are basically trained not to confirm or deny, but they asked why she wanted to know. So the woman had said, she was like, well, I was driving around taking photos, and I had gotten out of my car to take a photo of Devil's Den when she felt something behind her. So when she had turned around, there was a man whom she described like looking like a hippie, with long, dirty hair, ragged clothes, a big floppy hat, and no shoes, who had simply said to her, what you are looking for is over there, and pointed behind her. So when she turned to look, she looked at whatever she looked at, and when she turned back, this person was gone. And it was about a month or so later that another man had come in asking a similar question, making the claim that he had been in the area taking photos around the same time, and claimed that once the photos were developed, there was an image of a man who had not been there when the photo was taken.
Whoa.
The description of that man matched the same as the one that the woman had given.
That's so creepy.
Mm-hmm.
I did find a good picture, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we're actually like, you can see
They're massive crevices.
that
They're huge.
it looks like
Oh, yeah.
it could be a cavern. I didn't like the rocks don't look that big from far away.
Until you see a grown ass. Yeah.
But this blow up right
That's
here.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Mm.
Man, people used to hide in there and jump out during during the
war.
battle.
Yeah, during the battle. Yep.
That makes me wonder, is Antietam haunted?
Probably, because that was the single bloodiest day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas Getty's, and they were close to one another too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
I'm gonna assume so.
Which one came first?
I believe Antietam did.
Antietam came first?
I believe so. I could be mistaken.
I don't know.
Maybe Antietam happened in 1964, but I can't remember.
Jeez, man.
Shame.
It's a good thing that we don't have to deal with ghosts right now.
That is very true. I
don't seem to have a haunted apartment.
I'm surprised I don't.
Yeah, your building.
Oh, yeah.
I would imagine.
Oh, and I've done all the research you possibly can on who lived there, who died there, everything.
Nothing.
There's a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple fun stuff.
Couple of shady characters.
Yeah, one particular guy had died when he was mysteriously pushed onto the train tracks while waiting at Grand Central Station.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Mysteriously.
Mm-hmm. That's all I'm going to say.
Why don't you guys come find us on Instagram and tell us if you have any ghost stories.
Oh, I would love that.
Come slide up into these DMs.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool. Maybe we could
Get
tell a
all
couple if they're
spooky with it.
Yeah, if they're good ones, we'll tell them.
Yeah, get boozy with us.
Yeah.
See, fuck you. I can do it too. I can do it. Oh, and he likes it though. But he likes it.
Okay.
But he likes it.
Yeah.
Folks.
You won't get the angry dad joke reaction out of me.
I got angry at myself is what happened.
Yes. That means we all win.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, we will.
Goodbye.
See ya.